2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Over the land of the...
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And there's Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And looking at the Nets, Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's Brown. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Jackson. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Now here's Harden. Following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. He's off from 17 feet. One-on-one here. The 3 from George. They get it back.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now here's Harden. First quarter, just over a minute played. Out to KD. For 3, Harris. Batum grabs the miss.
Oh, my God, they can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
Here's George. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And OKC Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Now here's Leonard. Down low. It's stolen by Brown. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And the dunk by Brown.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And that one's good, George.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Here's Harris. Paul George making his last shot. Here's Harden. And it's off the back rim, no good.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
A shot by Batum, no good. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Harris finds Jordan. Back to Harris. Nets passing it around. Pass to Jordan. Stolen by Jackson. Leonard attacking. Shoots off the step back. A rebound by the Nets.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Harden dishes to KD. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
DeAndre is very skilled at going up into contact. Tough for the defense to be able to stop him without fouling.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Jackson kicks to Leonard. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
A guy who's made only 25% on threes in college, Kawhi's range has increased as much as anyone's.
Now here's Durant. Shoots over Batum. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
A 3 from Leonard. Jackson finds George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got 5 points so far.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Harris outside. And there's the pass to Harden. Rocket 6. Fires from deep. Jordan. High quality look, and he sinks it.
Love how involved DeAndre gets on the pick and roll plays. There are a few things more terrifying for a defense seeing him cut to the basket after he sets a screen.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Leonard inside. Guarded by Harris. Outside for Batum. Outside Leonard. Over Harris. And it's Durant with the rebound. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Tie game in Brooklyn. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
Luwawu is out there with Griffin. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Ibaka outside. Pass to Kennard. Back to Ibaka. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now, here is Irving. No points in the game yet for him.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Kennard against Irving. Now, here's Beverly. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Clippers leading by 7. Passes it to Ibaka. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, Kennard for 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
You know, Blake Griffin, he gives you a little bit of everything offensively. Terrific court awareness.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Beverly, the pass to Patterson. Here's Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Beverly missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Kyrie Irving. The pass to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Now, here is Harden. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. No good with the elbow jumper.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Last a man. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Dishes to Patterson. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Brown throws it down hard.
I love how Durant keeps his eyes up, scanning for someone with a better look.
From deep. That shot is off. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Clippers on top. They're up.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the team. And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Patrick Beverley. He's been playing really well.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Batum is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the one spot. George, that's a two-pointer. Off the left rim and out. All going up court. Here's Durant. The shot's good. Brown making the play. KD's got 6. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Here's Harden. Banked in off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And taken away by Brown.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation defensively. Tracked it all the way. That pass had no chance.
Here's Harden on the wing. Back to Durant. Pass to Jordan. 6 to shoot for the lead. And that's good. Kevin Durant for 3. KD's got the lead up to 2 now for Brooklyn. Now Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Feeds it to Leonard. Over Harden. Here's Jackson. Batum against Jordan. Now here is George. Defense right on him. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Leonard finds Morris. Los Angeles with another miss.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. He dishes it to Irving. That's tipped. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Dinwiddie against Jackson. Griffin dishes to Dinwiddie. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Dinwiddie's got his first bucket in this one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Passes to Batum. Stolen away. From the high post. Irving can't hit.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Great positioning on the putback.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Dinwiddie passes to Irving. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. George from deep three-point land sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his second.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
16 seconds left to play in the third. And here's Beverly. He's got 7. Zubac's with it. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers lead by 3. And after a quick break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Luwawu. He's out there with Griffin. And it's Irving in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Nets 5. 5 on the clock. Patterson can't get it to go. Nets trail by 3. Here's Luwawu. Misses in close.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now the pass to Claxton. To the inside. A nice shot by Griffin.
It's a rough way to make a living, but somebody has to do it. Blake Griffin absorbing a lot of contact in the painted area.
Beverly against Dinwiddie. Pass to man. Zubac trying to break loose. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. Kicks it to Irving. Pass to Claxton. To the middle. Stolen by Zubac. Everly with the ball. Defended by Dinwiddie. Kennard for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Griffin against Beverly. Passes it to Kennard. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Brown the pass to Durant. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Poked away. It's stolen by Harris. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity.
The long strides of...
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. Back to Harden. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Here's KD, and misses it off the right side of the rim. The Clippers in the lead. Leonard inside. Harris is there. Back to Leonard. Durant with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Brown's got the ball. Lobs it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
A season that with lots of playoff experience, Jordan remained calm under pressure.
Outside, George. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. He feeds it to Ibaka. Shooting foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The putback rejected by Harris, and he gets it back.
The standing reach of a center, the mobility of a guard. No wonder Durant sent that one back.
19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here is Durant. All alone. It's off. Here's Jordan, and he hits the shot. Now, but hang on, guys. Hold everything. The officials may review it here. And yes, the officials want to review the shot. They initially thought he didn't get it off in time, but it was awfully touchy. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. C.J. McCollum is...
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Joe Harris. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. And it's Harden in at the point. And for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Collins. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Lillard in at the 1. Now, here is Harden. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
The feed to Kanter. Kicks it out to Lillard. From down in the low post, it goes. Lillard's got the opening basket of the game for the Trailblazers. And stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And foul on the shot. So, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how...
Oh, and look out. KD is just hurting everyone's feelings with that slam. Simply amazing.
Lillard outside. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Lillard. Jordan knocks it away.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
Here's Durant. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Three-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Harden against Powell. It's Durant on the wing. Covington with the steal. Lillard attacking. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Brown.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use. And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Here's Lillard, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
So crafty and driving to the rim. Whether it's scoring or getting to the line, Lillard simply makes the play.
And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen it.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Brown, the pass to Harden. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Tonight, Harden put up 60 points and had a triple-double. That was so amazing. I got to mention that's incredible.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Up again, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Nobody near Lillard. The Trailblazers with the new shot clock.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
1:21 left in the first quarter. Inside, stolen by Cantor. From deep three-point range, and Damian Lillard, good for the three. Lillard's got 7.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Harden outside, shoots over Lillard. Here's Jordan. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jordan's got his second basket of the game.
And the shooting percentage Jordan records from here is insane. If you get him the ball in a good spot, he usually finishes.
Powell finds Covington. Here's Lillard. The tray. Lillard again missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And how about the vertical of Jordan? Easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Here's Lillard. That shot goes in. He now has 3 field goals and 6 misses today.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far. Eight
seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Claxton. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrating that he could be an anchor on the defense.
1 quarter in the... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Well, no question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Irving. Griffin is out there with Green. And it's Claxton in at the force. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Irving attacking. Pass to Claxton. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Claxton's got his first points in this one.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, one play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
And here we go, Brooklyn fast break. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
All the officials are all over that one.
It's his first trip to the line.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Dinwiddie wide open. Misses the three.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide open three is usually like a layup for him.
Here's Anthony. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Portland may have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws. And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
And they're pushing it up. Pushes it down to finish the break. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Dinwiddie with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pulls it up. A rebound by Simon.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
Kicks it out to Jones. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 4.
That's number 2 on him already. A third foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some pine.
Releases, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Here's Anthony. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
And he makes that one. Griffin's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
That bucket tells you about the power of Griffin. I mean, he got a man all over him, and it doesn't even affect him.
And a wide open look for McCollum. That 3 off the mark.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Count the basket. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
It's McCollum on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Unable to get that one.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
The defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. 1:22 left in the first half of basketball. Good. KD's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
He's terrific at finding an open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard. Hard.
Lillard dishes to Cantor. Shot to stop the run. Lillard misses.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight, because the three, not one of them, ain't working.
Cantor, the pass to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And it's sent back by KD.
Well, you're not going to sneak that shot past Durant, not with the reach that he has.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Lillard attacking. Plays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 11.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Nets.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line, no matter the situation.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now, here's Lillard. From deep. The long distance three is buried. 14 points for him.
And you can tell Lillard loves to test his range. I mean, he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
And that's it for the first half of action. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above. That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard, Robert Covington out there with Collins. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Here's Lillard. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Look at the energy Lillard plays with. He doesn't give in to the defense. He's superb at scoring despite getting hit.
Portland shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And it's tied up with that one.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay to send him help.
And Harden with the stuff.
The athleticism Harden possesses is scary. I mean, he's constantly driving toward the basket for these dunks.
Harden against Lillard. Now here's Cantor, guarded closely. Durant with the steal. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 90 seconds now into the second half. Harden outside.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would.
Misses the deep three-point attempt. Kicks it out to Lillard. Drains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 20 points.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. From deep, Harden. Here's Jordan. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Jordan's got 8 points.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And the foul on Harden. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. And it's blocked by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. Durant's got the ball. Count it. Now it's a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
I mean, this guy is almost 7 feet. Durant runs the floor beautifully, knowing where to be at all times in transition.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Durant. Green comes in for Harris. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Portland shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. The first free throw is good.
Still young with loads of upside. Nurkic is comfortable playing the enforcer. I mean, you can tell he wants to keep improving.
The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Irving attacking, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one's on Anthony.
Irving's pump fake is dangerous. Got to stay down on him. When you jump, he goes right into the defender.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. Trailblazers trail by 4. McCollum outside. Pass to Nurkic. To the paint. Here's Anthony. Nifty move. And the layup is up and in.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Dinwiddie finds Irving. 58 seconds left in the 3rd. And McCollum with the block. Here's Simons. Dishes it to Jones. He feeds it to Nurkic. Simons surveying the D. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
For Portland, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. That free throw missing.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. The Nets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the 3rd quarter. A nice 62% from the field. 8-second dip. Between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Anthony. For the tie, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possession. And turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Knocked away. So another turnover for Portland. Here's McCollum. Feeds it to Carmelo. 1 second left. Well, we thought the 3rd quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can we just skip?
And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nets lead by 2. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
But how about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Griffin. Kyrie Irving is out there with Green. And it's Claxton in at the four-man position. A three from McCollum. No good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Picked off in midair. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And Portland has possession. A two-point game. And he comes up with the deuce.
All night long, Lillard has been taking over on the offensive end and adjusting to every defense they've thrown out.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Harden kicks to Durant. Shoots over Covington. Durant, no good. The Trailblazers shooting 47%, pretty solid. Covington with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Covington dishes to Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And now a three-point Trailblazer lead. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that'll be his third foul so far. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Harden. I mean, that. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
From deep three-point range, Lillard with the rebound. Here's Powell, passes it to Canner. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist from Enes Kanter.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
Here's Harden, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on Enes Kanter. He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Lillard with it, picked up by Brown. Lillard surveying the D. Over Harden. Lillard misses. Nets trail by 5. Here's Durant. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
When you need a big bucket, you were looking for Durant every chance you get. He has delivered so many times in that situation.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
Got to admire the passion Lillard plays with. He knows he loves having the ball in his hands.
Harden outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lillard finds Canner. Covington with it. Durant with the steal. Outside Covington. But they'll get another chance. KD against Powell. The pass to Jordan. Harden outside. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Bad shots. This is the time to work the ball inside and get the best shot possible. That's the way to make the comeback happen. It's winning time. Harden knows his job description.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Kicks it out to Cowan. Portland needs to get off a shot. Covington. The putback. It falls.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
The deep three from Harden. Laces one from three.
And it's clear that Harden is a high IQ player. I mean, in pick and roll sets, you can see it. His decision making is just extraordinary.
It's Powell on the wing. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And what I love about Lillard now, I mean, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your...
David, thank you. The drama will... Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA. Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Collins in at the 3 slot. Now here's Jackson. Leonard on the wing. He's guarded by Collins. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
So it's the Clippers now. Jackson passes to George. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Covington. Powell dishes to Covington. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Cantor, the pass to Covington. Another shot, and it's good on the layup.
Really good job by Covington to get good position and finish.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And the wide open shot from Morris. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Poked loose. Stolen by Jackson. Stolen by Cantor. Inside, Covington. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Jackson looking around. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Jackson against Lillard. Takes the 3. Drills it from outside.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
George against Powell. And George kicks to Jackson. Back to George. Shoots over Powell. Batum finds George. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now here's Powell. Back to Lillard. Outside Collins. Pass to Covington. Here's Powell. And he lays it straight in. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Morris dishes to Jackson. The 3 from George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Well, the 3 ball has become one of the best attributes that Paul George brings to the table. Great form, great touch.
Here's Lillard. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. Over Jackson, and that one's good. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. A 3 from Morris. Rebounded by Covington.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Now, here's George. Pass to Leonard. Lob pass to George. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Clippers now. Now Morris. The dish now to Jackson. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Baca is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. Just 5 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot from 18 feet away.
Well, the tight defense of Patrick Patterson having a huge impact right now. And for a stretch 4, guys, don't mistake it. He can play both ways.
Portland leading. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers.
Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Beverley deciding where to go with it. In the corner, it's Patterson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Kennard against McCollum. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Nurkic has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Trailblazers. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's man. He can't hit that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Got a hand on it. Kennard with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. Anthony leading the charge from outside the arc. And another 3 for Portland.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
And here's Beverley. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Baca against Nurkic. Passes to Patterson. That's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. Over to the left wing. Nurkic finds Anthony. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Patterson. Nobody near Nurkic. No good off the front iron.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Man, and yes, it's good.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
And the pass to McCollum. Shot from 16, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Nurkic against Kennard. That one drops for him. Kennard's got his first basket.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. McCollum kicks it out to Jones. Back to McCollum. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Kennard. Trying to get open as Ibaka. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Kennard. Pass to Anthony. 1:02 left in the first half. And the basket by McCollum.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Ibaka. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Portland on defense. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Patrick Patterson. Paul George, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 7. Goes up at the stripe. They grab their own miss.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
At the elbow, it's George.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the opening period. And that...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Collins. And it's Powell in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Leonard dishes to George. So many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And Batum kicks to Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. The 3 from George makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Silky smooth jumper from Paul George, and he just lets it fly whenever he gets free from that spot.
Lillard the pass to Covington, and Portland again with the bucket.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. 2 minutes into the second half of play now, and it goes down 2 points. Leonard's got his first points of the game.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Lillard with it. Leonard picks him up to the middle. Collins uses the glass to finish the layup. Collins has got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Passes it to Batum. Back to Leonard. Down low. Here's Jackson. He dishes it to Morris. And it's Portland with the rebound. Covington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Powell, no one around him. Offline with his 3. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
That's a 2 from Lillard. And again, is Portland converting.
Well, you love to see Norman Powell be unselfish and find an open teammate. That's pretty.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson passes to Batum. Basket counts.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
For Los Angeles, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Damian Lillard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the 3rd. A 75% clip. Outside Leonard. Off target from outside. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. 3-pointer. And it's Leonard missing. A tight game here in Portland. One-on-one fast break. Collins kicks to Lillard. To the inside. Kicks it out to Collins. Here's the pass to Cannon. Batum with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Dishes it to Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George. Morris has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Cantor. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Beverly with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Cousins. Over Anthony. And that one released in time, but no good. That's the end of the 3rd, and it's all tied up. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Los Angeles guys shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Ibaka. And it's man in at the small forward position. Here's Simons. Kennard covering. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Beverly against McCollum. And Jones over to help. Lets it fly. That's short off the rim.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Simons surveying the D. Stolen by Beverly. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Well, give credit to Patrick Beverly on both ends. The anticipation and then the transition opportunity.
4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Snatched away. Ibaka against Nurkic. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Pass to man. Pass to Kennard. 4 on the shot clock. Cousins inside. Anthony on him. No good from Cousins.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's McCollum. That one off the back iron and out. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. The pass to man. Back to Cousins. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Well, even though Cousins has increased his range over the years, you still love when he imposes his will on the inside.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. Right side, Jones. Here's Simon. Traps in the tray. Simons has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
Pass to Kennard. Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
How about the experience that Ibaka brings? He's able to be comfortable in any situation.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. McCollum passes to Simons. Back to McCollum to tie it up. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. And that one drops.
Huge moment for Patrick Beverly. Wow.
McCollum against Kennard. Jones dishes to McCollum. Back to Jones. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, the tenacity of Patrick Beverly to play through the contact. Now he must complete the play with a free throw.
That's good from Beverly. Trailblazers trail by 8. There's 1:17 left in the game. Lillard from outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Now here's Leonard. Stolen by Cantor. Lillard against Morris. Pass to Covington. Now here's Collins. Lillard from outside. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Powell against George. George double teamed. Passes it to Zubac. Shot clock at 6. And Beverly kicks to George. From deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Collins in the post. He's covered by Leonard. And it's out of bounds to Portland. I'll retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Gets the 3 to fall.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Morris. So it's Los Angeles taking it up. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Staples Center downtown. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Brown. And it's Harden in at the 1. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the center position. Now, here is Harden. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. Well, I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Count it, good.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Now, here is George. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Now here's Harden.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me. But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
Well, he couldn't help himself. Couldn't resist. That really was a spectacular play.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. George passes to Morris. 5 to shoot. A shot by George, wide open. And it's George again missing. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Kicks it out to Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Jackson passes to George. Pass to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. Zubac in the post. Guarded by Harris. Zubac no good.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
KD finds Jordan. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And the shot goes in.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
For the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. George has got 5 points so far.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Harden against Jackson. Harden kicks to KD. Out to Harris. Outside Durant. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Outside for George. Dishes it to Morris. Here's the 3. Doesn't go that time. The Nets go the other way with it.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
The 3 from George. Morris finds George. Back to Morris. Kevin Durant with the rebound. KD's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Harden outside. Beyond the arc. Good on the 3-point shot. He has 5.
And, you know, Harden is super reliable from outside the arc. He's got that sweet lefty stroke, and it's a thing of beauty to watch.
Now here's Leonard. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Out to Harris. Over Jackson. No good on the last second attempt there. And so the first quarter is in the books. Nets. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Luwawu. He's out there with Griffin. And it's Irving in at the shooting guard position.
Boy, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Beverly dishes to Batum. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Nets leading by 7. Oh, Griffin in position. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Ibaka. Kennard with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Ibaka, the pass to Kennard. Here's Beverly. He can't get that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. Kennard against Irving. Passes it to Claxton. And here's Griffin in the corner. Irving with it. And the pass to Claxton. Clock at 4. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Claxton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Kennard against Irving. Pass to Ibaka. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Oh, Griffin in position. And then Griffin with the dunk.
You know, Griffin is so sure of himself when he shoots it. That confidence really goes a long way.
And Beverly kicks to Batum. Beverly against Dinwiddie. And Ibaka slams it in. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
There's the triple. Irving. It's good on the putback. And the Nets lead by 11.
How about Irving showing you great energy there, just refusing to be boxed out.
Now, here's Kennard. He's covered closely. The layup missed. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Irving against Kennard. Dinwiddie outside. On its way from Irving for 2. Again, Irving missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Beverly. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
Both free throws good from Beverly. Nets leading by 9. 55 seconds left to play here in the half. Irving double team. He's looking for Dinwiddie and finds him. Passes it to Luwawu. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. One-on-one here. Lobs it up for Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
Kennard against Irving. There's the pass to Claxton. Back to Irving. On target from 13 feet. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, Irving is deadly from mid-range and really embraces that shot. He doesn't shy away from it. And I think he can...
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with a 9-point lead to end
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to Brooklyn. Found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50%. Thanks for joining.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. And there's Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Clippers trail by 9. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is given. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Brown with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Harden the pass to Jordan. Misses from short range.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And it's George missing.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Harden against Jackson. And Jordan has it in the corner. It's stolen by Morris.
Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time.
And stolen by Harris. In transition, here come the Nets. And then Durant with the dunk.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Morris finds Jackson. Here's George. An easy 2 points on the layup. George has got 7.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
George against Harden. Jordan high post. Durant down low. He's against Morris.
Boy, that in-between game of Durant's is deadly. Give him this shot, and you'll regret it.
George looking over the floor. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. George with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I like how George looks for contact. He kind of seeks it out. He doesn't back away from the hard physical contact. He knows he's going to get a chance to get to the line when he does take the contact.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. And that'll be his third foul so far. 1:41 left in the third quarter. Inside, Durant. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. KD's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Here's George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Kicks it to Brown. Harris outside. The three kept alive. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. And the Nets lead by 10.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The shot by George, no good. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
You know, at this stage of his career, Jordan not only knows his role, but thoroughly and fully embraces it. He's out there to provide energy and hustle on defense and on the glass.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Bruce Brown. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. George dishes to Morris. Zubac trying to break loose. Griffin with some nice D. Brooklyn leading by 13. Dinwiddie with it. George picks him up. Dinwiddie passes to Griffin. Down low. Jordan kicks to Luwawu Cabarrot. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. Outside for Griffin. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Kyrie Irving. Griffin is out there with Luwawu. And it's Claxton in at the center, locking down the middle. Back to Irving. With the putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 15.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
That's to Luwawu. Pass to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Luwawu, the pass to Irving from deep three-point range. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. George dishes to Leonard. Back to George. From downtown. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Passes to Irving.
Come get it, come get it.
Makes it off the glass.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
The three from George. And it's George again missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside for Griffin. Now the pass to Luwawu. It's stolen by Morris. The deep three from George. The Clippers keep it alive. Goes up again. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Morris.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
On its way from Irving for two. And that one hits back iron. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. A nice shot by George.
Taking advantage of that length inside. George has the size and touch to score with ease from there.
Pass to Irving. The shot's good. And the Nets lead by 11.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Here's George. It's blocked. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Luwawu. He's covered by Leonard. Luwawu, the pass to Claxton. 6 to shoot. Griffin, no one around him. No good on the three. Clippers trail by 11. Here's Leonard. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Irving double team. It's tipped. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Fires for three. Blake Griffin pulls it in.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Irving against George. Irving looking for an opening. Over George. Shot clock at 5. Griffin passes to Irving. And good that time.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Harden against Jackson. From deep. Harden, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range. Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision-maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. George against Brown. Three-pointer. The shot will not fall. And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Hard to imagine Durant not going down as one of the great scorers this league has ever seen. As a matter of fact, that's a given, folks. Dynamic, explosive, and he's consistent year in and year out.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. NBA basketball. Chris Webber is joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Collins. And it's Covington in at the 4. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with Harris. Then there's Brown. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. He'll be the Nets off the tip. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too.
And offensive rebounding is about commitment. There you see Collins showing plenty of it to grab the board.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Harden against Lillard. It's Harden with the drive. Offensive rebound, Nets. Durant with a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. And here are the Trailblazers. Kicks it out to Lillard for three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
But Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
KD against Covington. And KD throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving inside.
Lillard against Harden. Pass to KD. And the layup is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Lillard finds Powell. Back to Lillard. Right at the free throw line. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. He didn't, and it's opened things up for him.
Outside, KD. Off target from three-point range. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Collins kicks to Powell. Out left to the wing. To the paint. And stolen by Jordan. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Here's Harden, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
One of the best finishers inside, period. I mean, there's nowhere on the floor Harden can't score from.
Lillard outside. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. .156 left in the first. Lillard from outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
And here's Harden. And the rejection by Collins.
This is the defense Collins brings to the table. Excellent at knowing when to go after blocks.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Lillard attacking. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. The Trailblazers rebound. Tries again. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Jordan. To the middle. Stolen by Collins. The shot by Lillard, wide open.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Lillard against Harden. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Free throw good, James Harden.
Well, look, I love how Harden does a little bit of everything. Aggressive scorer, solid rebounder, superb passer, and he's also improving on the defensive end.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Green is checked in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for Brown. Here's Irving. The putback. Portland grabs the miss. This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw good, Nurkic.
Wow, the toughness and the edge Nurkic provides, it's awesome. The physical big man, he makes an impact on both ends of the floor.
Nets trail by 5. Harden surveying the D. And the Nets miss again. Passes it to Simons. Back to Anthony. It'll count. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He got into double digits. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Nurkic is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the 1. And McCollum launches it from deep. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 5.
Good recognition from Durant. He's a talented passer.
The Trailblazers shooting at 50% in a decent group. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Green, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. Clock at 6. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And Irving comes to help. Nurkic finds McCollum. And that one, good.
Poise from the veteran guard. I love how calm McCollum is when the pressure is on.
Nets trail by 5. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. Lays it up off the glass.
Oh, you better stick with Irving. You can't allow him any separation in the pick and roll.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Inside, Dinwiddie with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Griffin, and he banks in the layup. Griffin's got his first 2 points. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. You know, I think he's going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Shot clock at 6. And there's the pass to Simons. Deep 2 from Anthony. Portland no good that time either. The Nets with the lead. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Here's Green. Pass to Claxton. He kicks to Dinwiddie. Green against Jones. Green inside. And the rebound by Nurkic. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's McCollum. And he makes good on the layup. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
1:44 left in the first half. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. A minute 42 left now here in the second. Claxton the pass to Irving. From past the arc. 6 to shoot.
The size and intimidating presence of Nurkic, I mean, it provides on defense. It's just huge. Awesome at throwing off shooters.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Outside, Jones. Lock at 6. And then Jones with the jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Here's Irving, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
I gotta love how Irving forces the issue. He makes the D get aggressive with him. He's skilled to get to the line.
Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. So Portland ends up going with the new group.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Powell dishes to Lillard. Back to Powell. Pass to Lillard. Fires the 3. Hands it from downtown. Lillard's got 13.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the 3 or risk the blow-by.
Lillard against Dinwiddie. Outside for Griffin. Covington with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Powell, no one around him. Off target with his 3. That's trailed by 4. Griffin down low. He's against Cantor. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. There's 14 seconds left here in the second. Lillard against Harden. From deep three-point range, and Damian Lillard good for the 3. Lillard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. And here's KD for 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call. And so it's Portland bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 16 points, and he does. Thanks for joining us.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Oh, man, what a tremendous first half. Okay, obviously he's feeling the flow, and he's looking to keep it going.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Brooklyn now, Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then there's Harris. And it's Brown in at the shooting guard position.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
That's the art of rebounding in a nutshell. Box out, hold your ground, and haul in the miss.
Collins kicks to Lillard. From deep. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Oh, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Back to Lillard. This one for 3. Covington finds Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Covington in the corner. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Shoots over KD. No good off the back of the rim.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
And taken away by Brown. Takes a 3. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from James Harden. Powell kicks to Lillard. On deep. Cantor. It's good on the putback.
Now, that's a staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
On the wing, Harris. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And a deep three from Harden. The offensive rebound. He gets that one.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Lillard surveying the D. Kicks it to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. Brown's got the ball. High post, KD. No good, shot missing. And the Trailblazers going the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Lillard dishes to Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Covington's got 5. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. If you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Irving against McCollum. There's the 3. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Kyrie Irving.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
It would be a shame to make all this progress and let them off the hook. Got to keep the pressure on.
Here's McCollum. Brooklyn with the rebound. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 13-5 run. Here's Dinwiddie. Keeps it alive. Rebound by Nurkic. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. McCollum against Irving. And it's McCollum off the drive. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 6.
You can't forget about McCollum from there, proving once again that he's not just a jump shooter.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Green. Here's Irving. And they pick up 2.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The Nets shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
And the handles Irving possesses, I mean, unreal. The great Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas. Toby Irving might have the best handles he's ever seen.
Cullen passes to Jones. Here's Simons. Off the mark. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Trailblazers. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony. He's out there with Derek Jones. C.J. McCollum out there with Nurkic. And it's Simons in at the point. Back to Jones. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
But just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Here's Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets.
I mean, he's a strong finisher. He exhibits great body control. Irving, he's a special talent.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Feeds to Nurkic. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up. Griffin grabs the board.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I mean, you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
First one falls for him. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Zach Collins checked in for Jones. And it's Powell in for McCollum. A shot by Harden, wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Nets lead by 2.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure what this guy was in the first half.
Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. Covington, and it's sent back by PD.
Well, you're not going to sneak that shot past Durant, not with the reach that he has.
Out to Harris. Outside Durant. Releases from 15. Offensive rebound. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. And it's a 4-point Nets lead.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Powell. Portland again missing.
Credit to Deep for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Harden kicks to Jordan. Covington against Durant. Fades away. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Use of Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. McCollum's checked in for Collins. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Lillard with it. And foul on the shot. So the coach's challenge has been issued. Post game like this, on the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And McCullough is a lethal scorer, especially when the game is on the line. Love how under control he is.
Here's Durant. It falls!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Out to Anthony. It's tipped. Stolen by Durant. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Love how Harden attacks the basket when he's close by. Just relentless in finding ways to get himself to the line.
2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
So they get what they want out of that trip. Now a 2-possession game.
Lillard, the pass to Pop. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here is Harden. Shot clock at 6. Jordan dishes to Durant. Jordan's shot is off. Yes! And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Live from Brooklyn, New York. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. And Portland starts out with the ball. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. We've got Irving. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the 5.
Oh, look at that. Irving just leaked out wonderfully in transition. He's a remarkable decision maker in fast break situations.
Here's Lillard to the inside. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
Got to admire the passion Lillard plays with. He knows he loves having the ball in his hand.
Now, here is Harden. Puts up a 3. Connects from three-point range. Harden's got 20 points.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Durant the pass to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And now a 6-point Nets lead. Well, overtime basketball, a minute and a half played so far.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Nets on defense. The putback is no good. Brooklyn with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Now Harden. Launches a 3. And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Lets the 3 fly. Nurkic kicks to Anthony. Powell for 3. They get it again. The pass to Lillard. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
And here's Harden. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Can't waste any time here.
And you're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
And a wide open look for McCollum. The 3-pointer no good. So it's the Nets picking up the win. And they had some. All right, David. Bye.